Okay, Rod, 4 wins on the bounce. You've got to be delighted with that this evening from your side.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last 4 games I thought we deserved all the victories. Tonight was a really tough one, hardest one out of the 4 by a long shot. Fair play to Ebbsfleet. I thought, it was a good game. Tough game, didn't expect anything less, and absolutely delighted to get the win.
Yeah, I think we deserve that massively. Obviously we had a couple of disallowed goals as well, but the momentum seemed to carry on from Saturday. The boys have been top drawer the last couple of weeks.
You went with 3 at the back to the similar formation to what you ended the game against Western-super-Mare. You asked a lot of Robbie Wilmot and Bagassan Graham as wing backs. How did you feel those 2 did?
Yeah, fine. I mean, first half I thought we was excellent first half, and we wasn't ever going to create the chances we've been creating because obviously they're too much of a good side to allow us to do that. But second half we've come out and I thought we bossed some of the game, but to be fair, until the sending off, they probably was on top of us. I think the goal gave him a lifeline, definitely against runner play, but to be fair to Jack Powell, he's got that in his locker and put us on the back foot there with that strike. And then I think the next 5 minutes until we got in, it was a little bit wobbly, and I think we lost our discipline. I think, bearing in mind that I think the players were getting quite frustrated with a few decisions out there. I thought, yet again, same as St Albans, we've gone and had 2 good goals disallowed again. I can't see them until I watch them again on the video footage, but we seem to get a lot of that. I think because Robbie's got such a great ball in, it looks like he's offside and we're getting penalised for the great delivery, and Billy's got a great header in there. So a bit disappointed with them, but I think he showed a lot of character that we scored 2 goals. We had to keep going. Just disappointed that he scored 5 minutes before the half, and really second half was probably a bit more level.
I thought they'd done well. I did tell them before the game to have a little bit of a cheat though and just try and make sure we keep going forward, make sure we don't sit as a back 5. If we sit as a back 5, they're the sort of team that pick us off, do you know what I mean? So I thought they'd done well. For like the first 40 minutes, I thought we absolutely battered them. And I think, 2 goals, I don't think Adams should have been disallowed either, so it should have been really gone in 3-0. Obviously the free kick they've scored has been a worldie, but listen, I think whatever formation we play, we've got good players in there and have to go and do a bit.
You put Billy Bricknell back in. It was his first start after his injury. He had the goal disallowed but dusted himself off and took his goal really well this evening.
We just felt with Bill, he's got Chelmsford going through his blood, and we felt tonight was going to be a bit explosive out there, and we needed players. I mean, take nothing away from the likes of Jeffers. As I said to the fullbacks tonight, we know Ash is carrying a little bit of an Achilles problem. So that's what really made us think that we go to a 3, and I thought they would set up as a 3 as well. But they didn't, they come as a 4-4-2, and I just felt if we could have got Corby more on the ball a little bit more, we could have hurt them a little bit better. But the game was a little bit stretched in the first half as well. I suppose, it's 2 sides that basically had target men up front, and we tried to hit them rather than try and play through. So that caused us a little bit of a problem, and Corby was sort of caught in no man's land. Disappointed with the goal, because I felt if Corby had kept the ball better, Adams pulled off of McLean and Bushes give away the free kick. So I think that was really one of our only mistakes in the first half. But what I was really pleased tonight, the biggest part for the game for me, which makes the win even nicer, was the fact is when we looked a little bit wobbly, we did stay in there. You could see that they were getting stronger and we were getting slightly weaker. We stayed in there, and obviously the turning point, the guy was on the yellow, he's gone up, you can't use your elbows, and he's got a red card, and from that, I think there was really only one side left in it, because down to 10 men, I didn't think there was a lot between us anyway. So when they went down to 10 men, I think really if anybody was going to win, it was going to be Chelmsford.
So your first start for a little while, and you took your goal really well, and in your celebration it looked like a mix of frustration, relief, joy. What was going through your mind then?
It wasn't frustration, it was joy obviously as we first came back, because I missed a few weeks, so as we first came back, obviously I come on Saturday, I felt a lot. The week before I weren't 100% at all, my ankle wasn't right, so Saturday, I felt right, and Rod just obviously gave us a nod for tonight, so obviously I wanted to go out there and do well and make sure we won the game. And obviously I think it was a little bit of frustration actually, because the first one I don't think it was offside, but obviously now it's nice to score.
And what was your view of the red card as well for Dave Winfield? It looked like the ref showed a straight red card for that. Do you think that was fair?
I didn't actually see what he'd done because I was still on the floor. It was me, wasn't it? So he caught me, so it was he caught me, simple as that. So if he was the last man, I don't know. But as I won the header, I took a knock and gone down. It was a second yellow or straight red. I'm not really too bothered, to be honest.
Bagassan Graham took his goal really well. It was deserving of his performance this evening. He worked hard and he took his goal really well.
Yeah, it's a little bit alien to them playing as a wing back because we haven't really trained with it. We haven't done it. But what we just felt like, I'm a gambling manager. I'm one of these. I'm not just going to sit there and just go, we've got to stick to 4-4-2 on Saturday. I'll change the shape as well to get us to win now. So me and Nick talk all the time. We're not someone who just turns up. We've got a lot of thoughts and ideas, but whether they work is a different matter. But to be fair to the lads, as we say, it's not about systems, it's about the players out on the pitch. So I think that proved that again today. But Baghasan's goal, very individually. We tell him to do more of that. He goes on the outside too much. Robbie likes to come in too much. We want Robbie to go on the outside, and we want Baggers to come on the inside. So, to be fair, he done that, and I thought he took his goal very well. And we needed something a little bit magical, probably to get us over the line tonight. As I say, we had a couple of goals disallowed, which was disappointing. So when the game was sort of pretty much even, Stevens 1-1, I think it was going to be a bit of magic either from them or us. It was going to go and win the game.
I was talking to him all game and said, you're going to be a match winner for us. And I said to him, have you scored this season yet? At half time, he went, no, not yet. I went, go and get the winner for us. And to be fair, he's scored an absolute worldie. So, listen, how good Bags is as well. We just need to get some goals for him now.
And regardless of the form that Ebbsfleet are in, they're one of the stronger teams in the league, and beating them here in the fashion that you did will only add to the belief of your squad.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, Macca's got a good squad there, and we know that. And to be fair, he can probably have what he wants in this division. We have to work with players that we're grateful that they've come to us for the right reasons, and I think that's what we're trying to build here. We're trying to build a team that, is here for the right reasons, and that can take you a long way. I go back to what I had at Braintree, what I see at Welling, what I see at Boreham Woods. A lot of the teams that have won it, Sutton probably had a little bit more money than the others I've just named, but when you look at it, it is a bit of togetherness and getting the right personnel. And when you feel like with myself that like we needed to change a goalkeeper, that wasn't a fluke. Not a lot he could do with a goal tonight, but I think Ross has played in 4 wins out of 4. So you have to, although he hasn't had loads to do, I think he's made us better. I think the confidence is better, and his distribution is incredible. So that helps us set off a little bit. So no, over the moon. Boys have been fantastic. I really believe we could win this game. When I had an interview with you on Saturday, I said bring them on, because as far as I'm concerned, being at Chelmsford, I've got a better calibre of player. I've got a better club, better fans, and that's taking nothing away from Bishop Stortford. Hopefully they come back at some time and prove me wrong. But what I did have, what I know I've got here, I know I can compete with Ebbsfleet, and we'll do that when we go away as well, because we've got something special here. But we're only 9 games in, but we've had to play a lot of football in 9 days, in 9 games, and we've got a few injuries like Ebbsfleet. But at the end of the day, we managed to get it right tonight.
Yeah, they're a good side. They're probably the best side we've played. The quality they got in their side and what Darryl brings to them. So it's a massive 3 points to us. But I've just said in there, we've got to look to go Saturday again now. We're serious about doing something in this league this year. We can't just win a few games in a trot and then switch off. We want to go and win again Saturday.
And you all in with the fans at the end of the game, just celebrating with them. How big of an influence have they been on the team this season?
You heard that. They make so much noise, but considering it's an open ground as well, the amount of noise they make behind the goal does make a massive difference. And it was nice to get quite a big crowd here tonight as well. And listen, if the results keep coming, hopefully we'll get a lot more through the gates and that. So it does make a massive difference.